What's up guys, Buddy here, and welcome back for another episode of Fallout New Vegas Honest Hearts. In the last episode we got here to the Narrows and talked to Daniel for a little bit, and today we're going to be hopefully doing a side quest with the Sorrows. But first, before we do, I want to talk to Waking Cloud and apologise for the rudeness I had last episode.
Have you reconsidered allowing me to travel with you?
Yes, it was a complete accident, I'm sorry.
Certainly. We should make haste then.
Good. Waking Cloud has given you the Quiet as Waters perk. While Waking Cloud is in your party, it is much easier to sneak past the white legs. Their perception is decreased. Okay. Interesting. So I'm using a new method of recording today, and it's tanking my frame rate, but it should be alright. I'll try not to complain about it too much, but the problem is we're doing a very we're doing quite a graphically intensive quest today. That's the only problem I'm thinking about right now. So it is the Rite of Passage. That's what we're going to hopefully be doing. And then after that, if we have a little bit of time, we'll talk to Waking Cloud. I forgot to start my timer again. So it's 8:09 right now. 8:09. And we're going to be finishing off this episode at about 8:30. No, a bit later than 8:30, but around there. Yeah, sounds good to me. I always like how if you look upwards towards the rain in Zion, it seems like snow. Alright, so let's just head towards Whitebird's cave. Okay. Hello, Whitebird. Get up, you silly goose.
Hola, outsider. Welcome, child of omens. You come to receive visions of truth?
What? I don't know what visions of truth means.
Seek medicine plant. Return with sacred datura root. Receive visions of truth. They guide you.
Great. Okay, then I guess I'll just go then.
Go. Return, maybe yes. Return, maybe no. But go.
Okay, I will go. And I need to go pick some random drugs, apparently. Alright. Let's get a move on then. Exit to Zion Canyon. Oh, it's good that we have quest markers for this, because I would have no place to start if we didn't. So if we just head around here, we should hopefully find some of those routes. I do want to talk to Daniel at some point. That would be an interest. That's a conversation I kind of want to have about their father in the caves. So yeah, it's going to be something I'll try and do by the end of this episode. There's also a cave around here that I need to explore during a side quest later. Not a side quest, but like a side thing that I keep talking about. One of the best side stories in the game. It's Marshall's favourite. I think Marshall, if he's here, I don't think he is. If he's here, then he'll probably have some things to say about this quest we're going to be doing by the end of this session. I might switch to Shadowplay at some point tonight as my streaming device, and if so, the stream will end for a little bit. Hey, Stonebone's Cave. That's exactly the thing I wanted to say. If I do the stream, I end for a little bit. It's just so, because Shadowplay is a lot lower maintenance than what I'm using right now. Because Shadowplay is built in to my GPU, and this just isn't. This is really high maintenance. I've noticed it's really tanking my frame rate. It's not too bad. Again, I can play it. It's not unplayable, but it's just not what you'd expect. Is that a friendly gecko? Okay, fine. You don't usually expect to see friendly geckos around here, or just anywhere actually. Why is there this random dead horse? He's been walking through the camp since we got here. Isn't this supposed to be the Sorrows camp? Why is there just a random ass dead horse there? Alright, one last datura, something like that route. This is Glass Chime Cave. Okay. So how do I get to this last route? Do I have to go through Glass Chime Cave, or am I just being stupid? The Narrows always confuse me, because I guess because they're so narrow, you can't really get through the place easy. It just annoys me a bit more than it really should. Well, not more than it should. It just annoys me. This area. There's too many caves packed into one little narrow area. and it just ends up being confusing. At least in my opinion. But oh well. Let's just get the final Datura route, whatever they're called, and head back to White Bird and try and see if we can get a Yaogwai fist. I think that's what this is all for. Pick the roots from the 3 sacred Datura plants. Return to the shaman. Fast travel is currently available from this location. Oh, I know why. I know why. It's annoying, but I do know why. Fair enough. I'm gonna have to have a long conversation in a minute. Oh, I guess I'm not. Oh, I guess I have to. Before we do this quest, let me go do this conversation, because otherwise it's gonna really screw up this quest. Uh-oh. We're okay. I'm okay. Alright. So, if I try to leave the Narrows, or am I going further into the Narrows? I can't really tell right now. Okay, yeah, we're leaving the Narrows. That's good. So if you try to leave the Narrows after you've talked to Joshua and gotten the next couple of quests, you will have an encounter. I hope you will have an encounter. Yes, I see him. He's kind of freaky. He's like Slender Man. That is kind of creepy. Oh, now he's turning around.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be, that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be, that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Do you know what it means?
You're a bit of a freak. No, I don't, and I don't really care.
Living in willful ignorance is an ugly thing, but God often speaks loudest in the wild places of his creation, like Zion. Zion is a place and a state of being that has been lost to us several times in the past. Each loss is a new fall of man, and after each fall, we weep in strange new lands, and dream of Zion. Dream of visiting vengeance upon those who took it from us. But this is the waking world in which we live. There is no need to cry, no need to dream. We can act now, and stop the Whitelegs here.
Fair enough. What do you want me to do about it?
Talk to Daniel about fighting the Whitelegs. He wants to evacuate the valley, believes it is best for the Sorrows physically and spiritually. He knows I disagree, but believes my desire to fight is the result of my history of violence. Perhaps if he heard an argument from you, he could be convinced. In any case, it's important enough to try.
Okay, thanks you, Joshua Graham. Oh, could I ask you some personal questions now?
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Can I ask you some personal questions?
It's not something I enjoy, but I pray to God that someone may learn from my mistakes. What would you like to know?
Well, hey, we now have personal questions. Are you in much pain? Is there anything I can do to help?
You are kind to offer, but no, there's nothing you can do. We don't use chems, but I learned long ago that I'm immune to their effects. It never stops burning. My skin. Every day I have to unwind the bandages and replace them with fresh ones. Exposing my body to the air is like living through it again. But it's better to be clean than comfortable.
Ooh. Ooh, that's not a nice thought at all. Were you always with the New Canaanites?
I was born in Ogden, what people came to call New Canaan. Things were more peaceful when I was growing up. When I was a young man, I went out into the world to do missionary work, as all New Canaanites do. I traveled along the Long 15 and followed 89 south into Arizona. Along the way, I met two men from a group called the Followers of the Apocalypse. Edward Sallow and Bill Calhoun. They came to teach the tribes. Calhoun was a good man. Edward was the one who got us into trouble down the road.
Was one of those men Kaiser?
No, not then. Back then he was just Edward. Smart man. Young, but we all were. We thought we could hike into the Grand Canyon and talk to Blackfoots. We did. And the Blackfoots were friendly enough at first. But eventually... I've thought back to that day so many times. I must have mistranslated. Something must have been mixed up, because the Blackfoots decided we weren't going to leave. The rest is history, assuming Edward hasn't changed it.
So how did you end up as Edward's legate?
This way lies the path to hell. Caesar needed me to translate. Translation became giving orders. Giving orders became leading in battle. Leading in battle became training, punishing, terrorizing. A series of small mistakes before a great fall. And I stayed in that darkness until after Hoover Dam. After I failed Caesar and he had me burned alive, thrown into the Grand Canyon.
How did you survive?
I survived because the fire inside burned brighter than the fire around me. I fell down into that dark chasm. The flame burned on and on. The next morning, I woke up and crawled out of the northern edge of the Grand Canyon, that cursed place. It took me 3 months to reach New Canaan. It was as though the prodigal son had returned. They welcomed me like I had never left. Never done anything to shame them. The fire that had kept me alive was love. Their love. God's love. I will never be able to repay the debt I owe to them. But I must try.
Do you have... back into the personal questions. What do you know about the war between Kaiser and NCR?
I try not to involve myself with matters of the Mojave anymore. All I know is from before the Battle of Hoover Dam.
That's good. That's fine. I know the rest. What do you know? What do you think of NCR?
Better than Caesar, but that's not a high standard. Too much love of money and ownership. Not enough love of God and giving. Any society that derives its power and authority from the will of man alone lives apart from God and will crumble in the end.
Okay. Do you know about Mr... I'm guessing you don't like Kaiser much.
Love the sinner, hate the sin. With Caesar, it's often very difficult to see through all of that sin to the person inside. I can say that we were both lucky that NCR supply lines and land routes north of Mojave Outpost were destroyed before the Battle of Hoover Dam. Something bad happened near Death Valley, at a place called the Divide. NCR couldn't cut across anymore, and it slowed down the reinforcements. Terrible storms ripped entire companies apart before they even got to Nevada soil. The aftermath of Hoover Dam could have been even worse for Caesar.
What's at the Divide?
I don't know for certain, and I don't think NCR knows either. Whatever happened at the Divide was too much for them to handle. Our Frumentari told us what they saw. Only fools and madmen would march into a place like that. All roads wind down to the same spot, the grave. They said all that's left there is a gaping wound cut into the earth, cursed and damned. No place for God-fearing folk.
I'm sure I've been to the Divide. I can't quite remember it, but I'm sure I've been there before. What do you know about Mr. House?
I had heard of him, but when we were preparing to enter the Mojave, he didn't seem relevant to what was happening. From what I've learned since Hoover Dam, he handled the Mojave tribes in a fashion not entirely dissimilar from Caesar. It's too bad.
Okay, thank you.
God be with you.
Good to know. Alright, well, since we're on a talking episode...
As you... I walk... Katubiu.
Do you have any family waking Cloud?
I do. A fine husband and 3 children. I miss them each day, but I take comfort in knowing they are safe.
Safe? Where are they?
When we learned that Salt Upon Wounds had defiled Zion with his presence, Daniel ordered the children, the old, and the sick evacuated from the camp. My husband volunteered to lead the hunters that went with them for protection. I try not to worry about them, but we have had no news for so long, and Daniel seems sad when I ask him about it. Sad and a little frightened.
I could talk to him.
Perhaps he will. I sometimes feel he thinks he must protect me. If he has news, I would know of it. Then I will look forward to our next speaking.
Okay. Okay. I'll talk to Daniel, and she doesn't seem to have a lot of dialogue. That disappoints me. I just noticed, like, I was looking through her dialogue options again, and I was thinking, oh, what else am I going to ask her about when we come back? And I thought, well, there actually isn't anything I could really ask her about when we come back, so that's disappointing. But maybe once we finish this quest, she'll open up a bit more. I do want to talk to Daniel a lot. I want to see what he's up to. Joshua's talking a little bit about New Canaan. I want to hear a bit more about it. I also want to hear about the father in the caves, because apparently he knows more than the tribals do, so... where are you? Daniel. I mistakenly said Joshua earlier when I was talking about Daniel, so if anyone's confused, like... Yeah, that just know that I know I made a mistake somewhere in the past couple of minutes. Okay. You're not Joshua. I did it again. Where's Daniel? This is Daniel right now. This is not Daniel. Okay, where's Daniel? He's all the way over there. I should have just had that thing on from the start. I thought I knew where Daniel was going to be. So I got to talk to Daniel about two things. Staying and fighting the White Legs, which I do think is a good idea. Because if they evacuate, then the White Legs are just going to take over this nice area, to be fair. And I don't want it to be inhospitable. It could be good for trade routes. It could be good for just general travel. You know. So I definitely don't think it should be inhabited by a bunch of raiders like the White Legs. So I'm going to go talk to Daniel and see if we can convince him to stay and destroy the White Legs. Danny boy! You got a lot of talking ahead of you. Better clear your throat, bruv.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help
You
you?
thought I was going to die? Tell me about Waking Cloud's family.
What do you want to know, exactly? I'm sure she could tell you much better than I.
She said one of her births was difficult and you helped her through it.
Oh, well, that's true. Waking Cloud is a talented midwife. She certainly brought more children into the world than I have. But there are some problems she's never dealt with. One of them came up when she was having her third child, and I really didn't do much. I'm surprised she mentioned it.
Really? Because she talked about it quite a bit. Did you help the rest of her family leave Zion?
I did.
What's the matter? Did something happen?
Her 3 children are safe. They made it north weeks ago and met up with New Canaanites heading east. Her husband didn't make it. He died protecting their children from a White Leg attack. Do not tell Waking Cloud. She is one of the only Sorrows who can communicate easily with us, and her tribe needs her to be strong right now.
Well, I'm glad I've just heard that there are more New Canaanites alive than these two, so that's good to hear. But it's her husband. Don't you think she has a right to know?
To everything, there is a season. Who are you or I to put this heavy burden on her now?
You're the New Canaanites who's supposed to help lead these people, not hide things from them.
I know, you're right. I shouldn't have hidden it from her in the first place. We can't fail here again. Zion can't become the next New Canaan. The Sorrows don't deserve that. They don't deserve any of this. Sometimes I look at them and wonder if they would have been better off if those old trails had stayed forgotten. If we had never found any of them. Tell Waking Cloud if you think that's best. I won't stop you.
Okay, so why do you need the map of Grand Staircase?
Grand Staircase is farther east, deeper into the Colorado Plateau. The White Legs were able to reach us here, but it's only because Zion is close to the Long 15. They can't pursue us east of here. It's too wild. Throughout our history, we have called many places Zion. This valley is full of God's beauty, but it's just a place. Zion is more than this. We cannot use any and all means available just to protect stone and water and a piece of sky. We have to hold on to our faith. far more enduring. If we sacrifice grace for a piece of land, we may live in this valley, but we will no longer dwell in Zion. It's better for us to leave now.
It's a good shout, actually. Why are you so eager to evacuate Zion? You don't seem to be a pacifist. Ooh, that's a question I want to ask. But, yeah, you don't seem to be a pacifist.
There's an old saying that goes, if you want peace, get ready for war. You've got me figured half right. I'll shoot dead any white leg that tries to creep into this camp. But it's only to protect the Sorrows. The Lord helps those who help themselves. But the Sorrows don't know how. Joshua and I do. Since I got them into this mess, I need to get them out.
No. If you're willing to defend the Sorrows, then why not pursue the Whitelegs?
There is an important difference between killing in defense and waging war. Even a Gentile like you should know that.
Joshua's a new Canaanite. He's obviously willing to attack the Whitelegs.
Joshua is a living Bible of all mankind's miseries of war. The debt he has levied through his actions, he repays every day. He is a monument both to God's unending forgiveness and to humanity's unfathomable capacity for cruelty. It's written on every inch of his body. When you look at him, do you only see a man of God? Beneath those bandages, he is burned flesh. As he burns, so does he consume everyone around him. Joshua wants to fight because the Whitelegs have stoked the naked flame inside of him. You see the light, but do not yet feel the heat. I can pray that you never will. But it isn't up to me, and it isn't up to God. It's up to Joshua.
Is it? Guess there's no convincing him then. What do you know of the Whitelegs?
They're hateful savages who live only to plunder and destroy. Their leader is a devil called Salt Upon Wounds. War is all he knows. Everything he has, everything that tribe has, was taken by force, raiding, and scavenging. It's said there's no man deadlier at close range. That power fist of his has smashed 100 skulls. Maybe that's true, but so what? It's a low form of leadership. A tribe that knows only war has no future. And so he'll lead them to Caesar.
Is there any other way I can help the Sorrows?
If you could part with it, healing powder would be welcome. We have enough Stimpaks for now, but we can't rely on that small supply. Brock and Xander plants can be found throughout the valley. And you might even find some on Whitelegs you come across.
What do you do here?
I used to help the Sorrows with various medical problems and general issues they were having, but my bishop sent me here as a missionary. We New Canaanites believe that there is a path to salvation for everyone, and it's important that we set people on that path if they are willing.
Salvation from what? The wasteland?
A spiritual wasteland, yes. We believe that before this life, our souls existed elsewhere. And after we die, our souls will leave this world. During our time here, we have the burden of choice. The choices we make determine where we go in the spirit world and how we will face judgment. New Canaanites believe, as many once did, that God was made flesh here on earth as a man named Jesus Christ. He sacrificed his life to save us. Every sin, every terrible thing that you, me, or any one of us have done for all time was washed away by his blood. We just have to accept his love. That's why we visit the tribes, to spread the good news. For all we know, we New Canaanites may be all that remains of Christ's followers.
Sounds kind of far-fetched, even for the wasteland.
Good news is an amazing thing in this world we've unmade. We're so used to going to sleep with nightmares that we can't imagine waking up to a dream. But that's what we believe. Every word of it. It's the cornerstone of our faith and how we choose to live. With every step you take, you put one foot in front of the other and know that you'll be pulled back down to this earth. We know that God is watching over us, waiting for us to come back home. To us, there's no difference. Walking and living, it's all belief, all faith.
Okay, finally. What do you know about the father in the caves?
Father in the... Oh, right. He's some spirit the Sorrows used to believe in. Watched over them from the caves in the valley. They marked some of the caves around here because they think they'll be punished for going inside. I think as more of them learn the teachings of the new Canaanites, they'll lose their old superstitions.
I'm sorry. Before we say this, you cannot... The way he's speaking is looking down on them so much. You cannot look down on these people for having a very similar belief system to you. Okay, you're a massive hypocrite. Alright, you may want to have a chat with them. They think your Lord and the Father are the same.
Oh? Oh. Of course. How stupid of me. They probably also think Mary is the mother and Jesus is the child. No wonder they picked up on things so easily. I guess it just goes to show how difficult it is to communicate sometimes.
Okay, well that wasn't as long as a conversation as I thought. Alright, Waking Cloud, I got some bad news.
Katuvio.
About your husband, I'm afraid he was killed by Whitelegs during the evacuation.
What? No. You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told
He's
me.
right there. I'm afraid so. Daniel kept it from you because he thought the grief would distract you.
How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the Sorrows.
He was only doing what he thought was best for the tribe. It wasn't an easy choice for him.
Perhaps. I will have to have a very long talk with Daniel when all of this is over. Thank you for telling me this truth.
Alright. I'm gonna end... Am I gonna end the episode off here? You know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna make it a little longer one. Well, maybe I'll cut it off. Depends on what I just tend to do on depends on what I decide to do on the editing floor. But before I end it off, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna finish off this quest with Whitebird. Rite of passage. Whitebird's cave. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there. Yeah, it should be fine because we're gonna do some main quests in this session as well, so we should be all right. Hello, Whitebird. Where are you? Here you are. I got you your drugs. This is gonna be good.
You have root of sacred datura?
Yeah.
These roots make sacred vision tea. You drink, you see path before you. Ready?
I don't know.
Drink. Tea is strong. Tea is bitter. Wisdom is strong. Wisdom is bitter. You see? You go to cave. Find ghost of she. Lay ghost to rest. This your quest. Bring peace where was strife. Go.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh God. What have I agreed to? Oh God. I'm hurting right now. I'm feeling extremely light. Oh, the water stings. Oh my God, what is going on? Ah. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so handsome. Okay, so wait, we gotta go kill a bear. Is that what I just see? We gotta go kill a ghost of a bear. Is that what we're doing here? Oh, my sword is suddenly on fire. I get. Can I fast travel with this bloody? Yeah, I can actually fast travel. So I couldn't fast travel when I was waiting for Josh, but I can fast travel when I'm like in the spirit world or wherever the hell I am. This guy actually looks really nice with this visual effect. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Wait. Oh no, this is not supposed to happen. Oh God, this is just looking really weird. Oh God, there's enemies. Am I gonna be able to fight like this? Well, I guess I gotta go kill some sort of ghost, so. Oh yeah, I've still got Waking Cloud with me. She's gonna keep me safe. Ah! Waking Cloud, but you gotta look after me. I'm not in a good place right now. Alright. What the hell? Vault 22 Dwellers Guard Camp. And then Ghost Den. Well, assuming I'm still hunting that ghost, I assume the ghost den is where I need to be. Oh god, I am... Look at that! Oh god, anybody with eye problems is probably getting extremely sick watching this right now. I apologize, but Putty is not responsible if you have eye problems while watching my videos. Definitely not. Alright. I think I can see more enemies ahead. Okay, is this the camp? Vault 22 Dwellers Guard Camp. Yeah, I guess Vault 22 did have a connection with Honest Hearts. Vault 22 jumpsuit, yep. I guess a prospector came through Vault 22, picked up, came through here, picked up a jumpsuit, and then died in the Mojave, and that's how Jerry, I think it was, got his Vault 22 jumpsuit. Beware! A vengeful spirit stalks these canyons. Alright. Good to know. I'll take the jumpsuits, actually, they can be useful. Misk. If you were reading this message, then do yourself a favor and turn and run straight out of this canyon. For near 11 months, my people have been engaged in a deadly battle with an evil spirit of this place. Arriving February of last year with a party of 118 strong, we were attacked by primitives and forced to defend ourselves. Whereupon something began killing us in wide numbers. We have done our absolute best to find and kill this thing, thinking it was a man because our firearms against a man because it uses our firearms against us, and traps of all kinds. But no man could defy our efforts as this thing has. It is more evil than any man could be. We have been reduced to just 34 of our number. We have lost 6 overseers before me. Some have perished from the sickness in our lungs we carried out of the vault. But that number is small next to the count of friends this thing has murdered. Ah, so the little infection that Vault 22 had, the fungus that turned them into spore carriers, it like stuck with them even after they left the vault. Well, they obviously left the vault reasonably early then. Well, we don't know that for sure, but I mean, they came to Zion and then like lived. I don't know how early they could get out of the vault though with the nuclear radiation outside. Ooh, there's another duffel bag. Flamer fuel. Alright. I'm drugged off my head and I'm still looting more than anybody else would. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Ghost Den. Uh-oh. Oh, it's geckos. Oh no, it's geckos. I was like, oh, it's only geckos, and I realized, oh yeah, it's geckos. Oh, Yahweh. Okay, hello. There you go. Oh god, it's a Yahweh again. Okay, Yahweh dead. Another Yahweh cub. Good, we're alright. For now. Oh, no. Wait, what?
So, this is the ghost of She's lair. I was never brave enough to try to find it.
The ghost of She? Oh no. Flaming Yahweh! What the hell? Oh no. Okay, I think I just... No, Ghost of She is still there.
My wounds are getting
There she goes, she's dead. Okay. Okay. Ghost of She's paw. Okay, so why did I have to take the drugs to kill this thing? Why couldn't I just kill the thing? I'm starting to sober up a bit now. It's irritating me. Whitebird, dude, why do you have to drug me up so I could go kill a Yaogwai? Wasn't even that hard. Yo, get your ass up here. I better get something good for this.
Does Ghost of She like quiet in grave?
Not really. I did kill it, but I didn't bury it.
Then visions of truth are at an end. Will you learn from truth? Maybe yes, maybe no. Only for you to decide. Here, take. Gift to remind you of visions. Use well. Or sell to curious trader. Either way, says much about you.
How screwed up is this guy? Look at his eyes, man. God, I'm never coming back to this thing. Well, the reward you get for this quest is a pretty cool unarmed weapon called She's Embrace. and it is indeed a Death Claw gauntlet. Sorry, a Yaogwai gauntlet. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. But seriously, Whitebird, you gotta stop taking those drugs, man. Alright, thank you for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.